What's going on, crypto maniacs? Back at it again. Talk about the markets today. Let's see who's buying. We had some issues with the stream yesterday, some technical issues. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's working really good today. You can hear me, and there's none of the issues that we had yesterday. Okay, so all right. First things first. Let's address the elephant in the room. The markets are down. And why is this a good thing? You're like, oh my God, all my, everything I bought's down and whatever. Well, this happens. And, word on the street is that Bitcoin's going to hit 150,000 by the end of the year. So this, if you check back in time, September is usually a bad month for Bitcoin, crypto overall, but the biggest gains are usually at the end of the year, around Christmas time. Okay, and we're also in the final year of the 4-year Bitcoin cycle. So at the end of the year, Bitcoin's going to have its halving event. So only half the amount of Bitcoin can be mined for the next 4 years as what's being mined right now. Okay, so we're going to look at the numbers here in a minute, but I just want to say that I took advantage. I had some money on the side, and I took advantage of the dip. Okay, I bought the dip. All right, I bought the dip, and so far I've not realized those gains because the market is down, but I'm very confident that there's going to be some really parabolic growth by the end of the year. That's what my suspicion is. Okay, all indicators point to that. I don't think that the market is done. I feel like some of the Evergrande or Evergrande or whatever the heck it is, Evergrowth issue in China. I think that's a hiccup, but mostly I think that's just mostly going to affect China. Okay, so not a big issue for U.S. markets and whatnot. I mean, they're either going to get bailed out or they're going to go under. So one of two things. So that's besides the point. Okay, so crypto, I think right now, we're just in one of those periods where it's just like, it's going to trade sideways. We might not see too much crazy action going on this month, but I do think the last few months of the year, especially around December, we're going to see some major growth. So having said that, I put my money where my mouth is. I had money on the side, and I'll tell you what I bought. I bought 2 different projects that I didn't have enough of, and that is Solana, because it's on sale like everything else right now. And I also bought more Bitcoin because you can't have enough Bitcoin. That's my opinion. So gonna try to get every day of the week. I'm gonna try to do 4 to 5. That fits my schedule real nice. I'm up wide awake. It's midday. Everybody should be getting off work, around this time or whatever. And, let's try it out. Okay. We're trying to get some more traction here. So, because the main point of my channel is to make sure people don't get rug pulled and get, screwed or screw themselves out of gains. Okay. Because it is a very volatile market, and, the prices go up and they come down, and they go up and they come down. And it's taking advantage of both situations. Okay, when it goes down, that's the time to buy, and when it goes up, that's the time to sell a little bit. Okay, so if you're a hodler, if you hold your coins and you don't really sell them, there's nothing wrong with that. But you're also not accumulating. Okay, and what do I mean by accumulating? If you take some profits, say if you're all in on Cardano. We're just going to use Cardano as an example. Okay, you're all in on Cardano. Great. You haven't diversified, not so great. But besides the point, this is hypothetical. You're all in on Cardano. Let's say you bought in at $1.50. I know that's back in the day prices. You bought in at $1.50. Okay. It goes up to 3, like it did recently. It got up to three something, almost $3, right around there. Now, if you'd have took some profits as opposed to just hodling and DCAing, if you'd have took a little bit of profit, say you sold 25% of your holdings, right now it's dropped considerably. You could buy way more than way more Cardano than if you had just held. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of different techniques that you can do. Some people, like my brother, he ascribes to this. He likes to wait till the market gets really high and then he sells everything, right? He sells everything he's got and then he waits for it to come down and he buys more, and he's got, and that's actually helped him. He's purchased a home with his wife. Congratulations to them. But, that helped with something. When he pulled it out, he had made some profit, and good on him. That's what we want to happen. Okay. That's what we want to happen. So with the idea, with the knowledge, and this knowledge only, takes us so far. It's not a precise science, guessing tops and bottoms. And I don't suggest that you should try that, because there's really no need to do that. If you can get really close, that's a success. Okay. Don't quibble about, if you're buying things at like 20 cents, don't worry about a cent or two if you miss the bottom. If you bought at 20 cents and it dropped down to 15 cents, don't beat yourself up about that. Okay. You took some profit. You got some money on the side. It dropped another 5 cents. You could have bought a little bit more for cheaper with the money that you sold it at. Okay. That's the method. Okay. That's the method. Accumulate. All right. Don't sell everything. It's the same way you want to spread your buys out. You don't want to sell everything all at once too, because price action is a real thing, and things can get, you could sell one day, say it hits an all-time high one day and you sold 25 cents, and then the next day it goes up $2. Well, now you still have 75% of what you had originally. You could sell another 25%. And then say like a week later, it drops down really low. Well, now you got a bunch of money on the side that you can buy more of the project you already like. And then the next time it comes up, boom, straight to the bank, baby. You got cash. So that is the method. Okay. That is the method. You want to hodl until the right time, take some profits, and then hold that money until the market comes down. It's really a patience game, but that's how these guys do it. Some people just hold. They don't ever sell. And you know what? They're only doing half the moves. Okay. It's great. If you're just DCAing and holding, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing at all wrong with that, but you could make that money work for you a little bit more. Okay. And it's not a huge risk thing. It's, just being patient enough to wait a month or two. Those 2 months where Bitcoin went sideways for quite a while, it was tough. It was tough seeing, the portfolio shrink down like that. But that's how you get to realize those real gains. Okay. Because if you wait to buy when when everybody is freaking out and they're like, Bitcoin's done, it's going to zero, those are the times you want to buy. Those 2 months where it went sideways and Bitcoin was like 30 something thousand, that was the time to buy. Those were you had 2 months to buy in that period. I did buy. I bought some. Okay. It wasn't a ton because that's the funds I had available, but that's what I did. And I'm working my system. Your system may be different. Like I said, there's a lot of different techniques to do things that are pretty relatively low risk, which is also one of my main, principles that I go by is I'm trying to keep the risk low for myself, okay, and for everybody else that's watching. You know, it's really just a matter of fundamentals, okay? Don't use money you don't have, or that you can't afford to lose. Don't do that. DCA, dollar cost average in. Don't FOMO in or don't FOMO out of projects, okay? Don't let people tell you when you should sell. You know what you bought your coins at. Set a price when it hits this, then I'll sell and I'll take some profits, okay? You can do that for yourself. Don't listen to other people. If you bought something for 10 cents, say, I'm not selling for anything less than 20 cents. And do that. That's acceptable, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to check the markets. Let me switch over just a moment. If you'll bear with me. Okay. Boom. Sorry about that. There we go. We're looking at coin market cap. And as you can see, there's blood on the floor. Okay. There's blood on the floor. Everybody's freaking out. I'm not freaking out because like I said, I bought more. I bought more Solana. I didn't get an awesome price like this, but you know what? I might dip into some savings and buy some more because I really feel like the end of the year, it's going to pay off. Okay. So there could be some really nice selling opportunities to take profits. Now, let me tell you what, if Bitcoin does get to 150, or if it even gets close to 150,000, you better believe that I will be selling small snippets of Bitcoin all the way up and waiting for the inevitable retracement that is going to happen once we have the blow off top finisher move, if you will. Okay, finish him. So that's what I think is going to happen. I'm rolling with that. That's what I've learned from doing a lot of research, listening to a lot of shows. Really popular YouTuber George, he says the same thing. He thinks that it's going to 150,000 by the end of the year. And you know what? He bought like $100-something thousand worth of Bitcoin and other assorted projects. So, he knows what he's talking about. I feel like he knows what he's talking about. And a lot of the things that he says, I say, and that's what, things that he's learned through his experience in the crypto market. He's been in it a lot longer than I have, but we've come to the same conclusions, which makes me think that he's a smart guy. And it makes me think that maybe I'm a smart guy too. So, okay. And, I'm just going to keep working the system. I'm going to keep, I got a couple more ideas for some tutorials I'm going to throw out there. I'm really, really trying to figure out Axie Infinity. If I had any kind of advice for them, is make it a little more easy and accessible to get into it. It's like trying to put together a jigsaw with checkers pieces. It just it doesn't work for me. So I may end up giving up, but I don't want to. I'd like to really explore the project. So I'm going to knuckle down. And really another thing that's holding me back is the incredibly high Ethereum fees, transaction fees. It's just, it really hurts me to spend that much on the transaction fee. I don't, and that's why layer 2 solutions are so hot right now, and network protocols so hot, is because they make the, you need it to get the transaction times up, like Harmony. Harmony is a great project. It's also based in the US for all you people that, that only like to buy, American made products. Boom, get some Harmony. It's based in the United States. And they're a layer 2. They're also, they have a lot going on. They have smart contracts already. They have a lot of DeFi plays. They have their fingers into some NFTs, which I'm wanting to explore that a little bit more myself. I like Harmony One. It's one of my favorite coins. I think it's a solid project. The team that's the development team behind it, they're all a bunch of smart cookies. You should check out. I have a video on it, and that I do a lot of the due diligence that you should do, and check out what they got going on, affiliates, what projects, what dApps they have. Are they involved with dexes? What is the solution that they're trying to solve? Okay, so Solana, another great project, been incredibly hot lately. I had a feeling that it was going to cool off. It did get attacked by some bots. And what I found really interesting about that is Solana has self-rated themselves as their transaction per second. They rated themselves at 15,000 or something like that, right? When the bot attack happened, their transaction speeds maxed out around 400,000 per second. 400,000 per second before it, slowed down the system to the point where, they had to reset or whatnot. But that's incredible. Okay, there should be some middle ground there where maybe they can comfortably do like 250,000 per second, since they've already done got a stress test done for free from these botters. So I thought that was pretty incredible, and I found it to be pretty impressive too. So I feel like they should be able to like kick it up a bit and be like, okay, maybe we can handle an incredible amount of transactions per second, which also again leads me back to what's going on Ethereum. Why are we around 15 transactions a second? I know they're working on it. Ethereum 2.0, we keep hearing about it, and I'm excited for when it comes out, but it is what it is. So another something else that I found was pretty interesting is Robinhood finally has a wallet in beta, being beta tested, and it sure did take them long enough to to get that going. I haven't used Robinhood in a long time, mostly because they cost me money. Okay, they shut down and they were doing maintenance very conveniently all the time during pumps, and it got really disheartening not being able to actively participate in the market the way I wanted to because of their service. And plain and simple. And it's a real shame because there was a lot of things about Robinhood that I really liked. For instance, like when it gave you all the information, on your purchases, what your averages were. Really nice, okay? But there's other services that do that too. Binance could really step up their mobile app, okay? They could really start implementing some more nicer upgrades like that, okay? So just a little bit of a personal rant right there. So yeah, market's looking rough. Stable coins and swaps are getting a lot of love today. Let's go ahead and check the 24. So let's see if anything's doing good today. I've never heard of this. If anybody's heard of Zenfin, never heard of it. They're up to 11% today. So, all right, okay, yeah, things are looking rough today. Let's just face it, okay. But like I said, when things are looking bad, quote unquote bad, those are the times when money on the side from when you took profits or money on the side for future DCAing, that's when that is so key, so imperative that you have money on the side at all times, okay? If I had not made some sales, like I sold some of my Harmony for I think I was just shy of 22 cents, okay? I think I was I think I sold at 21 and a half. So I didn't quite realize the recent top on it, but that's okay. I got a great price. Okay. I got a great price, and that's what was that was my money on the side to buy the Bitcoin, and now I have a whole, more Solana. And when the market eventually comes back, as I know it will, as we all should know, whenever that happens, I'm going to have more money, and that is the key. So, yep, not much to talk about. We're starting to see some stuff happen. These are, kind of like just stable coins are doing their thing today. People are pulling out. People are doing whatever. I think it's, not FUD. I don't feel like this, it might be a little bit of fear, but I don't think people are pushing anything that is specifically FUD. I feel like there's just a little bit of fear going on because of the Evergrow, whatever the hell that is, that Chinese real estate company. I mean, whatever. Okay, the markets will recover. Okay, it's not going to tank the entire world economy. One company, it's not that damn big. Okay, okay. Maybe if like I don't know, maybe Amazon, if they tanked, that might disrupt some things. All right, as much as I don't know. Let's not go into it. Okay, so everybody, just be out there, be careful, and watch over, your investments. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do as far as due diligence, and always try to keep learning. Okay, always try to keep learning. The more you know about the projects that you're putting your hard-earned money into, then the better off you're going to be. Okay, if you're not sure about something, don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay. Something else I wanted to talk about real quick is how much money should you how much of your portfolio should you have in crypto? Okay, should you be all in? I don't think so. Your main saving points. Let's just run through it. If you buy a home or you own a home, that's one of your main stores of value. That's a huge investment. Every payment you make on your home towards buying it is just money that you're putting into a giant savings account. Okay, essentially, because of your equity in the home. When you finally pay it off, if it's in a good shape, if you sell it one day, you could upgrade, to a smaller, nicer home or a bigger home, whatever. But you have all that money, you know what I'm saying, from the sale of that home. So that's a huge investment, huge savings for you. Okay. Because usually people, when they retire, they may go buy a smaller home. Maybe, the kids aren't there anymore. You don't need a 3-4 bedroom home anymore, or whatever it may be. You get a smaller home somewhere else, somewhere nice, wherever you're retiring to, if you're lucky enough to retire, that is. But if you're watching this show, you should be able to, because this is long-term investing here, not short-term speculative investing. Other things that you should also consider is, obviously getting a 401k. Usually they're offered through your employment, and you should max out your contribution to that, because that'll help you out. Something else to think about is a Roth IRA, or any other kind of IRA, but a Roth IRA, within 9 years at max contribution, you should reach compounding interest. Okay, and what that is the contribution that you make every month to your IRA, the interest rate, the interest that you're making off the amount of money in your IRA will be more than the contributions you're making. Okay, and the more and more it builds, the faster and faster it compounds on itself, and it gets you more and more and more money. So every year you will be getting more and more and more. So 9 years, okay? Start as soon as you possibly can on something like that, okay? Everybody should know a savings account. Well, here's the thing, savings accounts are, unless it's a high yield savings account, which are hard to find, it's usually around, 4.5% to 5%, which is okay. It's okay. But it's not as great as having that money, say, invested in the stock market, or what I'll say is my next point is like the indexes. Okay. So let's talk about indexes. That's another thing that if you don't want to buy individual stocks because you don't want to buy them at $100 a pop, because you usually can't buy stock derivatives. Okay, you usually can't. So what you could do is invest in like the S&P 500. So you get to invest in the top 500 companies, and if they're doing good, you're doing good. If they're doing bad, you're doing bad. Okay, it's kind of that simple with that. And to go back to the savings account thing, really in a savings account, the way you want to use that is you don't want to put your life savings into your savings account. That's a bad move. Okay, and here's the reason why. You're getting a low interest rate on it, number one. Number two, you should really just use your savings account as a way to give yourself a zero interest loan. You can use it as a loan to yourself. Okay, so say you have, which is, do your own research, check into it, but you should only have around like 3 months' pay in your savings account. So, whatever your pay may be, it may be several hundreds of dollars or, a few thousands of dollars, okay? Whatever, okay? The reason that I'm saying you can use it as a zero interest loan is, say your engine goes out in your car, okay? Nobody wants to hear that, okay? That's usually around a $1,200 to $1,500 repair, okay? A new engine in your car. If your car is not worth that much, you may need to buy a new car because it's not worth it to fix up your old car. Whatever the situation may be, you use your money in your savings account to buy that, to pay for that engine repair, okay? And then you pay yourself back the $1,200 at zero interest rate, as opposed to like using your credit card and now you're paying like 15% interest. So you're going to end up paying, like $1,400, $1,500 on a $1,200 purchase. So you really should just buy with the money that you have in your savings account and then pay yourself back, however long that takes, but you can pay yourself back without paying anything extra. And there's no time limit on it, okay? You want to get it back in there just in case something else happens, okay? So just something to think about, all right? Don't put $40,000, $50,000 in there. Put, if you want, leave like $5,000 in there and invest the other money, because that can grow a lot faster, okay? So crypto, maybe you should only put like as a percentage of your portfolio, maybe like, 10%, 15%. I'd like to get mine up to around 20%, but I'm going to use that. I'm using house money to grow it. So it's a long-term project for me, but I'm having fun doing it. And it's exciting when the markets go up. That's a nice natural buzz, you can get, is popping open your phone and saying, the markets are up pretty high. I'm liking that. All this green, okay? But you also got to be, when you do the system that I'm ascribing to here, you can be a bear and a bull. When the market goes up, you're like, great, I'm going to take some profits. When the market goes down, you're like, great, I'm going to buy some stuff at a discount price. So that's the move. Super simple. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I do believe, let's see if we got any questions. No, we don't. Well, that's okay. Yeah, if you're watching this in the future, let me go ahead and say, leave a comment. Tell me if you bought anything today. Tell me what kind of gains you're realizing, and or tell me about projects you're interested in. Maybe I'll do an episode on it, like a tutorial or a specific coin deep dive on it. Okay, I'm willing to do that for you. All right, I'm willing to do that for you, and we're gonna do this again tomorrow. Like I said, we're gonna do 4 to 5 is my goal. 4 to 5 Monday through Friday. And possibly something on the weekend, but usually I'd like to spend the weekends with my wife. She's a hard-working woman, and we don't have a lot of time together during the week, so I like to spend my time with my wife because, you know what, I like her. and I like hanging out with her. She's funny and she's smart. So, honey, if you're watching this, I love you, baby. So, I usually like to end my shows with a little bit of positive reinforcement, some encouragement. So, all I want to say is, don't lose hope, don't lose heart, and don't be scared. Okay, don't be scared when the markets are down. There's no need to. There's no need to be. Okay, just be secure and confident in your purchases. If you're confident in the projects you're in, it doesn't matter what price it drops down to, because it's a long-term hold. Okay, it's a long-term strategy. Okay, this is not quick, get rich quick BS. Okay, I'm not offering you any pay me and for my guide or my courses or anything like that. You can watch me for free on here. Okay, you can watch me for free. I don't want any of your money. I'm trying to make my own money. That's I'm not a grifter. You don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to do anything. It's all free, baby. It's all free. So all I want is your time and maybe a like or so. Maybe a like, or and if you don't like what I'm saying or you think I'm annoying, just hit that dislike button. That's fine. Just give me some interaction. All right? Give me some interaction. So all right, it's going to be a tough week maybe, but keep your heads up. All right, go home and tell your loved ones that you love them. Give everybody a nice hug, and when they're saying what the heck's wrong with you, just say, I just want to let you know, that I care about you and whatnot. Let's all keep our heads up. Let's pet our pets really strongly tonight. Give them lots of love, and that's it. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 to 5. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want, and have a great day. All right? Peace.